What's up, everybody? We're back again for a different type of video today. Star Wars The Clone Wars has came back for Season 7 after so many years. I decided to rewatch it again, but this time with my friend Lorul. He hasn't seen the show prior and he was hoping to watch it at some time, so this was a perfect opportunity for both of us to watch it together. Today's video will focus less on me and more on the perspective of Lorul and his first time watching the show. I grew up with the Clone Wars and I saw each episode as they released, and it was one of my personal favorite shows of my childhood. But I want to see someone else's opinion on it and what it's like now. So without further ado, I give it to you, Lorul.
Yes, hello. Yeah, it's been a while since I've had the opportunity to actually see the show. Like, it's been out for a while, right? For like what, going on 7 years now, I think.
2008 was
2008. Oh wow! So yeah, it's obviously been a while since the show's premiered, and I have seen some episodes and some of the bigger plot points prior to seeing this for the first time. So going into it, I already knew a lot of the big spoilers, and also obviously spoilers ahead for the whole entire season. If you have not seen it, which you should if you haven't, it's been amazing. But definitely go out and see it. But yeah, it was my first time seeing the show in its entirety, all the way through, and actually being able to now understand where all these plot points and all the big moments come from.
What's your overall feelings on the show?
Overall feelings on the show, man, like where do you even start with a show this big? It was really well done. From the animation, it was really well done. The voice acting, the way that they combined all of it together. Darth Maul, Mandalorian arc. No, yeah, I thought it was really well done. It had like a Saturday morning cartoon vibe. There were some episodes that had me on the edge of my seat, especially the episode with the box. That one was really cool. Like that whole entire arc where Obi-Wan went into disguise. That was really awesome. Yeah, my overall thoughts on the show are definitely positive. Like, I really enjoyed my time with it.
Any overall favorite episodes? I know you said the box, but any other ones that you really liked?
Man, I can't even like go through the whole thing. If I had to choose one, it would have to be the last episode of the Mandalorian arc, where you have that big battle between Darth Maul's Mandalorians and then the normal ones, and Obi-Wan trying to escape. Like, that episode was so cool. And so well done too. Oh my gosh, yeah, Sidious coming back. As soon as he ignited that lightsaber, we were watching it, I'm like, the battle's already done. I already know who's gonna win. And I haven't even seen that battle prior. But I was like, yeah, like, he's obviously gonna win this fight. There's no beating Sidious. But no, that episode was so good. Really, because of the same reason why Endgame was so good too, is because now you have, or Infinity Wars, I should say, because now you have like the culmination of so many other episodes all coming together to make this one ultimate episode. So that was cool. But my favorite arc would have to be the Crow arc. That was really cool. It has you on the edge of your seat. Like, you're always wondering what's gonna happen next. Excellent writing.
Any favorite characters from the show, whether they were from the movie?
Favorite characters. I already know who my favorite character is. Obviously, I gotta go with a brand new character because Obi-Wan is my favorite Jedi. For various reasons. I know he's not the best of like the best of people, but my favorite character had to be Ahsoka, mainly because you see her like kind of grow up throughout the whole entire show. Go from being like, you see her go from young and naive to just becoming like you watch her go through the one where she's being hunted by the Trandoshans. You see her go through that, like, and then obviously to the very end, the saddest episode where you know she leaves the Jedi Council, not the Jedi Council, the Jedi Order. So I think that her character progression is, dare I say it, probably one of the best in Star Wars. Maybe not the best, but like, yeah, you really see her grow up throughout the show, and the show really is kind of a show about her. A lot of the perspectives that you see it from are from her perspective, like her going to that one separatist planet and going from thinking that war is black and white to, oh wow, war is actually more gray. A lot of the stories are kind of either told with her in it somehow or from her perspective, or yeah, so it was really cool to see her kind of grow up.
And then we also got characters like Ventress, Sabat.
Oh yeah.
Just a lot of brand new characters.
Right, yeah.
And as well as previous characters like Anakin and Obi-Wan go through a lot in the show. We got Yoda and Mace Windu, and of course
Jar Jar and Mace Windu.
of course, they bring back Darth Maul, and
yes, yeah. That's.
I think everyone just loves that. Even for the people who are like, oh, he shouldn't have come back. He should have stayed dead.
Yeah, I do remember hearing a little bit of that back in the day, back when the episodes premiered.
Most people, though, I think they got his character so right and just enhanced him so much. To the point where now Disney just won't stop using him in all their...
Definitely. But, like, when you think about it, there has been so many good characters that have been introduced from the different bounty hunters. I forget his name, but that one pirate guy that keeps coming back. Yeah, right. The clones now have personality, which I love. I love that they decided to give the clones more personality, because in the movies you kind of see them as, you do see some personality come through, but like the movies aren't really focused on them. But then when you have the whole show kind of focused on them, you could really kind of get into the nitty gritty of the clones. And then you have like Mother Taliesin, which is new. So there's actually so many new characters. And then characters from the original trilogy, like Tarkin, that kind of come back, and they really flesh him out more than they had the opportunity to. So that's really a trick question, because there's so many good characters that they introduce. But if I had to pick one, it would definitely have to be Ahsoka.
And do you have a favorite clone?
Favorite clone? Oh my gosh. Prior to watching this, my favorite was Cody. I did play the Lego Star Wars game when it came out, the Clone Wars game. But favorite clone probably had to be Fives. Probably had to be Fives. Yeah, he had kind of the best. He kind of had like a full clone life, you know, going from being a failed clone to then an ARC trooper to then like the first clone to figure out about Order 66. So.
And I guess that can lead into, how does Clone Wars compare with movies as well as other material? And
oh man,
it enhances the story at all?
Well, okay, it definitely enhances the story. I know George Lucas had a big, but yeah, it definitely does add a lot to Star Wars, and it's been made canon by Disney, which is always cool to see. So yeah, and as for how it compares to the movies, it definitely adds more of a Saturday morning cartoon vibe to the movies. But I do like how it kind of appealed to everybody because of how different some of the episodes can be. You know, the gritty Clone Wars with Krell showing it from the clone perspectives, and then you have like the Gods of the Force with the Yoda arc, kind of exploring more of that. So it kind of gives a little bit of something for everybody. So I think that it could definitely match up with a lot of original movies and all the other parts of the Star Wars media. Kind of like being able to adapt to all the different pieces of media that are out there.
All the different types of fans, whether people...
Yeah, right.
Like the bounty hunters, like the clone troopers, like the Jedi. There's really stories out there for everyone.
Yeah. So it's really cool. Now, if you were to say Clone Wars versus Mandalorian, that would be really tough. I would probably have to... I don't know. I'd probably go with Clone Wars. Probably have to go Clone Wars.
Mandalorian still has some time to expand that. So.
Oh yeah. It's some more time. A lot of things from Mandalorian, I was surprised, were adapted or can be seen in Clone Wars, which I didn't even know.
that deserves another rewatch.
Yeah, right. Yeah, now that I kind of know all this, and I have seen the entirety of the Mandalorian, but a lot of things either came from here or were developed from here. Like the whole thing about Death Watch, even that one plot of that one episode, they had to defend the village and they had to train the villagers. Oh, I know that was a Furukawa movie. Yeah, it's always interesting to see the other pieces of media kind of adapted into a Clone Wars style and connect together too. Yeah, we just finished this yesterday. Basically, we just finished watching. You know, from the not all in one take, obviously. It kind of took about a month to kind of get through the whole entire TV show series. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
What did you think of the ending though? Because you actually, you didn't have to wait so many years to wait for the next season.
Yeah, and I know you had said this before, but it was pretty poetic how it started and ended with Yoda, kind of like that. But yeah, the ending to season 6 was definitely really, really cool. Yoda learning, new Force abilities, and them opening up the idea of things beyond Jedi and Sith and stuff like that. Hopefully, we'll get to see more of that eventually somewhere within Disney's canon, because I always thought that was kind of cool, getting to explore outside of blasters and stormtroopers and stuff like that, getting to the nitty gritty of the Force gods. And I know that that's not something that everybody enjoys, which is really cool because then Clone Wars can offer different material for different things. But it was kind of cool seeing like kind of the Eternals that kind of live beyond, just the everyday things you see in Star Wars. So I thought that the ending was really cool. Yeah, there were some loose threads laying there, and that actually I would say that's probably one of my biggest gripes with the show is that there's a lot of loose threads, but you really can't prepare for that. Obviously, they did have to get canceled, or I think Disney. Yeah, no, that's right. Disney came in when they bought Star Wars. They stopped everything, right? That's a shame. So yeah, there's a lot of loose ends that never really got tied up. But
that leads us into we are getting season 7 now, which is incredible for me because I've been waiting so many years for this. Luckily, you've only had to wait a few days.
I've only had to wait like a day. So
yeah. So, but what do you want to see from season 7?
What I want to see from season 7?
After you've seen all of this material, what do you think would be a satisfying way to conclude?
So realistically, well, what I would want to see is for them to clean up and just do not exactly, pretty much just improve where it's necessary to what was already written. Because I know that we have like the rough cuts of 7 out there. Improve upon what was already there, I'd say, and then just kind of clean it up. Now, specifics that I'd want to see, I would definitely, and this could be another kind of gripe, I would definitely want to see a little bit more clone action, like another landing at Point Rain, more Krell-like stuff, because it is the Clone Wars, We did see, it was probably half and half for seasons 1 through 6. We got to see half clones fighting stuff, and then half, either political stuff or Jedi episodes or adventurous episodes or episodes with, offshoot characters or bounty hunter episodes. Like, those are definitely really cool, and I'm glad they're there. But, like, it'd be cool to see more clone stuff. So that's definitely one thing that I do hope they do. Tekla. Bring back Tekla. No, so there's a funny story with that. Because, like I had said in the beginning here, like, I had seen a lot of the more important major scenes and major spoilers because, this show's been out for 7 years, so I had watched a lot of those already. But one thing I didn't know that happened was Tekla's death, so that really surprised me, and these guys are laughing at me because they were like, yeah, like, you weren't surprised by everything else, but you were surprised by that. So, no, bring her back. No, just kidding. Yeah, Padme's character definitely did get expanded on a lot. And her arcs were also really interesting as well. Obviously, they were a little bit more through the political lens, so the people who kind of like that kind of stuff is definitely really interesting. It'd be interesting to see more Padme stuff. If there's any character I'd want to see more of, Mace Windu didn't really get too much screen time, so he would kind of be cool to dive into more. Yeah, Darth Maul. Oh yes, right. But that was the last time we'd seen, or you guys had seen him when, the original. For those of you who have watched the original back when it aired, I can't imagine what it would be like going all those years not knowing what happened. It must have been like really bad. So, like, it would be cool to see definitely what happens to him. Yeah, after the battle, the crime syndicate thing. Like, how did that get resolved? That'd be interesting to see. Really, just the loose ends. But yeah, I'd like to see, and maybe they'll do something with Ahsoka. Maybe they'll revisit that topic. There's tons of characters that they could really do interesting stuff with. Maybe like Cad Bane or I really like all the Jango Fett stuff. One of my favorite episodes was the one where he got to be with the clone cadets. That is a really cool concept of like having. I would just love to see like either a live action version of that or something. I don't know. Another really cool thing that they can maybe do, although I know that this is like super unrealistic, but maybe they'll do it, maybe they won't, is maybe they can go through the start of Revenge of the Sith. No, yeah, they could go through the start of Revenge of the Sith from like a different point of view, or they could go like all the way up to Episode 3 or something like that. I think maybe that's what they're gonna do.
And what about Order 66, you think?
Well, I don't know. We'll see. I really would like them to do something with Order 66. Maybe they could do it from Rex's point of view because, we see in Rebels that I think he removed his inhibitor chip, if I'm not mistaken. So they could explore that. They could go all the way up to Order 66 and maybe show it from Rex's point of view. That would be really cool. Although I don't know if Disney is going to touch on that topic. We'll have to see. But that would definitely be something that has a lot of potential. I really enjoyed my time with the whole Clone Wars thing. It's been a really cool show. Like I said in the beginning, like everything from the art style to the voice acting, it was all like extremely well done. Adds so much to the universe, and all in all, it's just a really great thing. If you haven't seen it yet, I know we did talk about a lot of spoilers, but definitely go and see it. Yeah, or rewatch it if you haven't seen it in a while. Disney's just about to come out with season 7, so now would be a perfect time to get back into it or rewatch some of your favorite episodes if you haven't seen it before. But yeah, that's all for now, I'm guessing. Maybe we'll be back to discuss some of the other episodes when seven comes out. So
yeah, that's actually something I'm planning to do. Hopefully, if all goes right, I can actually do reviews for each episode as they release each week. Of course, I got a lot of college work and other stuff to do, but if I have time, maybe I can do like 5 to 10 minute reviews on each episode that comes out.
Because
honestly, The Clone Wars is once again one of my favorite shows, and to see it come back is just really it warms my heart. It warms my heart.
Yeah, definitely. Stick around, and we'll be back maybe with some other people as well to get some other perspectives in here.
Yep.
But yeah.
And go ahead. Lorul has a channel of his own. I'll link it below. And overall, I hope you guys enjoyed that discussion. And hopefully, we'll be back for more. Thank you once again for joining me and giving your input. And we will see you guys later.
May the Force be with you.